Members of Congress are showing overwhelming support for Israel, but the House can't send any aid or weapons until it elects a speaker. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, has new details on how this conflict raises the stakes in a local race for Congress. Mark.
And Republican Congressman Mike Boss says he's backing House Majority Leader Steve Scalise for a speaker bid after Scalise wrapped up a majority of support in the conference in a private meeting earlier today. His primary challenger back home, Darren Bailey, says that support amounts to a betrayal of Donald Trump. Trump was backing Jim Jordan. But Bailey's own past is now coming into question as well, as both candidates pledge their support for Israel.
It's really, really important that this Congress get back to work.
Speaker-designate Steve Scalise called on his colleagues to show urgency in the face of violence unraveling in Israel.
We see how dangerous of a world it is and how things can change so quickly.
Scalise said the Senate could take up a portion of aid the House already passed before it deposed former Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
In that legislation, including the State and Foreign Ops Bill, the Defense Appropriations Bill, includes funding for Israel, things like Iron Dome, precision-guided missiles, things that could be used today to help them in this war.
Congressman Mike Boss wouldn't reveal how he voted in private, but when the House holds a public vote,
I guarantee you that now I will be voting for Steve Scalise on the floor.
Why was Donald Trump wrong to back Jim Jordan?
Well, I don't say that Donald Trump was wrong. I won't say that.
Boss has been taking heat back home from his primary challenger, Darren Bailey, who accused him of betraying Donald Trump in favor of Scalise and the establishment against Jim Jordan, the founder of the Freedom Caucus.
The only thing about Jim Jordan is, that he is a very, very good conservative, and he's also on a committee where he is doing the investigation on Hunter Biden and the president at this time, and he has some inside track that is amazing, and he's doing an excellent job there.
Boss hit back at Bailey, pointing to this photo op foible from Bailey's time on the campaign trail running for governor.
And you don't stand in front of a map that takes Israel off the map, and that is a problem.
Bailey called it disappointing that Boss would, quote, use these cowardly terrorist attacks on Israel to score cheap political points.
I do question if you claim you're 100% for Israel and you meet with a group that wants to see Israel completely taken out. But I don't know how else you can explain that.
Bailey took offense that Boss would question his faith. Boss said he never meant to do that, just question the policy. Both men said they've visited the Holy Lands and fully support Israel.
For the latest news on the Israel-Hamas war, text the word Israel to 314-425-5355.